Hey guys, it's me, Bara from What the Robot Thinks. This KSI Dissimulation review is very special because I am inviting my actual brother to review it. It's going to be very interesting and I hope you guys like it. So, yep, on to the review. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
no
this
worries.
is my brother Saka. We're gonna do a review on the as I mentioned before in the intro video, which I did, but Saka can't see. Not yet until the video is out. We are doing the KSI review, the simulation. We've grown well. I'm gonna start with you because you're my guest of honor.
For sure.
Well, how did you start to know KSI in general?
Well, I generally started to know him during seventh to eighth grade, during puberty where uh just screaming and randomness was my source of comedy.
But the
And
thing is, you're still doing that. What the fuck?
fair enough, but it kind of stemmed from that, you know what I mean? Like KSI is
Right,
an
right.
OG in that department. So like seventh or eighth grade, I was just watching Q&A Sundays every day, and
Right, right, right,
it just sticked with me. And like I'm really
right.
happy to see him do like other stuff like that.
Yeah, I think in general, this is an interesting feat for KSI. Maybe even I will even go further, just like internet meme music. Well, not like meme figures, because arguably KSI is a meme figure. I knew like in the back of my head he's gonna release some albums or whatnot because he has been featuring like the Droideka back in the days in I think 2010 2011. Like he did that Droideka music video, and then he did a bit of like a lot of rapping features here and there. Most of them like I genuinely are all right with. I didn't like it like now. I don't like it
Mhm.
now, but like I was all right with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah. So when he announced this, I wasn't too surprised. But with that said, it is kind of like a pinch yourself because oh crap, a YouTube star is making an album. But have you noticed? I'm pretty sure you've noticed, but like, have you noticed that he has he has like big budget features here,
Oh
like
yeah, for sure. Really big budget features, like really
right, right.
well-known people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, so here's the thing: the two, oh fudge, I'm pulling up the track list right now.
Yeah, I have
The
it on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The two, I guess, let's just start from the general speaking. I think the two features that I was really surprised was Offset
Mhm,
and Rick Ross, because I think they are like the higher echelon of like this trap music, whatnot, at least to my knowledge.
mhm.
Um, because I know Migos has been popping off ever since the Culture album, and Rick Ross, who knows how long has he's been popping off. But yeah, so those two, I was definitely impressed and surprised by KSI's, I guess, resource and whatnot.
Yeah, I was really surprised when Offset jumped on the track with him. I was like, "Whoa, it's actually happening."
Did you look at the track list first before you dived into the album,
Not
or
really,
like
not really.
yeah,
Um, I saw like he pulled out a trailer for like Cap, the song with Offset, and like I
right,
watched
right,
that,
right.
but I didn't watch like the song list like that or whatnot.
Okay, okay. Yeah, see, so usually what I like to do is like what's it called? Look at the track list for a minute and see what I'm kind of getting myself into it. My microphone's not whatever.
It's all good.
What's it called? Yeah, this is annoying for some people, but screw it. I need to get that good quality.
Hey.
Oh shit. What's it called? Yeah, when I looked at the track list, I was surprised. And then before then, I know he released Down Like That with the Rick Ross and Little Baby and the other, I forgot the other names.
Yeah, so
Uh,
he released Down Like That, Houdini and Poppin'.
yeah,
That's what he
Pop
released.
In.
Oh,
Which
and
one's
Wake
Pop?
Up Call,
Pop
and Wake Up Call, and Wake Up
and
Call.
Wake Up Call. All right, right, right. Oh yeah, because he's just like I think it usually with artists they try to save the big features, but I think with him it's interesting the marketing strategy where he would actually get people to get curious with the big budget features instead of like waiting for them to dive into the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know if you know, but like speaking of like marketing, do you know the whole movement of Boltsky?
No, I don't. Please
Oh,
educate me. Please
okay,
educate me.
so KSI went number two in the official charts. His album went number 2 in the
Oh,
official
I
charts.
think I've heard
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, keep going, keep
It's
going.
because in one of his videos, in one of his Reddit videos, he said like, "Hey, if I get number 1, I'm gonna go bald again." And
Right.
it was mad. Everybody was just like streaming it, and like he was genuinely scared. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was marketing genius in my opinion, because everyone was just like bald scheme, bald scheme, bald. It was
Yeah,
a movement.
it's interesting. This is like content marketing at its finest. But like meme marketing, like sorry, content marketing in a subgenre of like meme marketing at its
Yeah,
finest, because I think KSI and we all know that their audience are just like trolls.
fair
As
enough.
like
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, like I think like we both got our sort of like trollish humors from him and other people as well. Though I understand you're still on him, but I kind of moved past him after a couple
fair
of
enough.
yeah.
He also
So
used like he released Down Like That just for his fight as well. That was
yes,
yeah,
see, I was about to get that. I was about to get down to that.
for
Oh
sure.
wait. Oh wait, yeah. He teased in the. I was looking at Genius. Like he teased it when he was walking to the fight. Right? Was that with
Yeah,
Jake Paul or with
with
the other
Logan
one? I
Paul,
forgot.
the second one.
Oh, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul. So what was the first fight again?
His very first boxing fight.
Yeah.
His
His
very
very first
first
boxing.
boxing fight was against Joe Weller, and
Yeah,
then
Joe Weller.
yeah, and then Logan Paul draw, and then second Logan Paul dub.
Yeah. That was that. That's. I think from that on, we kind of knew KSI has a little bit of like flair in his sort of like content. Oh, I guess in his like beyond YouTube marketing of himself and whatnot. So it's again, I'm not a big fan of KSI, but I am thoroughly interested in his movements in general. Though I don't agree. Like I just don't like his type of humor anymore, or rather at all at this moment. But I think just seeing like how he does a cross platform thing and whatever is interesting to me. So yeah, let's not get into further about his background. Let's just get into the album real quick.
For
Like
sure.
what do you think about the album Dissimulation, KSI first album?
Ah, well, I personally listened to like lots of his past songs, especially with his previous joint album with Randolph.
I
And
have no idea who that is.
fair enough, fair enough. But um, this is his first solo album, so
Right.
I found it 100%, 1,000,000% the best thing he's put out in terms of like a lengthy project like this.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because like his last albums or EP or whatnot, it was just it was so inconsistent. I mean, this one is inconsistent as well, you could say, but like
Right.
this tops what he's done so far. So
Right.
uh, and like I don't know, like these types of songs, I don't have any issues with any of them. I do have like a most disliked one, but I don't
Right.
have any issue of putting in the background while I work out or something like that. It's all there
Right.
isn't like a horrendous song, and I'm happy to hear that.
Right. I kind of want to get back to you with the inconsistency aspect because what do you mean by inconsistent in his previous album? Whereas to me, I don't know. I don't think this is inconsistent. I personally don't like it, but like I don't know if I would consider it inconsistent because he does give you those trendy and somewhat reggae and dancehall influence hip hop that's been known ever since like Drake popped off with like what's it called, Hotline Bling
Mm.
and whatnot. Like what do you mean by inconsistent? What do you mean his previous album is inconsistent compared to this one? That's what my
Well,
question
I
is.
think this one, even though he went for different vibes, it still used like the same stuff. You know, in this album, he used a lot of uh, he he derived most of his songs from like the use of autotune, and that's
Right.
yeah, that's fair enough. Like I feel there was like an overarching like theme behind it, even though it was
Oh,
just different vibes. But uh,
right.
but like in the last albums, he was just like bouncing around places. There was one with like full auto tune. There was one with like uh I don't know what's called, like slow talking rapping with
Right.
like loud trap beats that has a drop, and I'm just like, what's happening here? Um,
Right.
and I think in the
So
last albums, he kind of bent towards his features. You know what I mean?
right.
Like he kind of tried to fit. He tried to incorporate features that wasn't really about that. So
Right.
yeah, I think he did better.
Well, so okay, if I haven't listened to his previous album,
Fair
admittedly,
enough.
because I didn't know that he did joint album with Randolph, whoever that is. Um, but again, I sound so old, and we're only like 3 4 years different.
uh,
Um, but I think with me personally, yeah, okay, on the when you give me that when you give me that context where the previous album is inconsistent, I could see what you mean here, because he does stick to a sort of theme of
yeah,
like,
right.
no, sorry, not a theme, sorry, maybe theme's the wrong word, I guess technique that he likes and sounds that he liked, and he but yeah, so I think I could see that. But with that said, so you like the album, right?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't mind
like,
it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So me personally, yeah, you could tell I don't
fair
personally like
enough.
the album.
Fair enough.
Um, I think it's because I think he's just forcing a lot of things in some tracks, in my opinion. I'm not too hot with with the trendy atmosphere and trendy instrumentals and whatnot. Though I do have a couple of songs that I didn't mind the trendiness of it, and when you compare it to, like, say, like Tory Lanez, in which I did a review, which that was like ear grating. But yeah, this was all right, I guess. I mean, nothing too is it was like nothing too special, but like, I don't know. Again, I'm not expecting a lot. Was I hoping a bigger, I guess, punch in a sense? I get yes, because he did give us like good like, sorry, A-list features. He got Rick Ross, he got Lil Baby, you got what you call it, fucking
Offset.
Offset. Yeah, we got Offset. Yeah, which is I was hoping that, like, oh, he'll step up his game, or like, overall, he I don't know, he kind of did, he kind of didn't, but
Mhm.
it was just that, like, I don't know, the features didn't save it for me even
Okay.
then. Like, I was kind of hoping like Rick Ross would pop off, or like at least some good decent lines or whatnot, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, but again, I'm not a big Rick Ross fan in general, but like, I don't know, I was kind of hoping for something. Yeah, going back to, sorry if I take over, but like, so in your auto-tune criticism, I do totally hear that. It seems like he's been using auto-tune quite a bit here.
Yeah. So, I think the reason why I don't mind the album, personally, this, other than like me, like just genuinely liking it, or like having decent thoughts of it, is like, you know, I have a certain tendency of, uh, when growing up with someone, like seeing them through a screen, no matter what that person does, unless it's like, morally wrong, I'll still
Yeah,
support it. So that's why, and
right,
especially
right.
like, songs like Down Like That, I wouldn't particularly be fond of it, but because it was the song that was like hyping like the fight, and I was like watching the fight, I was like, oh shit, let's go. So yeah, he's really smart in like, um, advertising and marketing, certain songs,
Yeah,
and
I'd
yeah,
agree with that.
yeah, and
Um,
because it's KSI, I grew up and I kind of have it.
no, it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you have a personal connection with him, like, I like, me personally, like, people would argue to the death with me about Eminem and how he's fallen off. Agree, he's fallen off, but like,
You still listen
his
to
last
him.
couple, yeah, I still
Yeah,
do. And
exactly.
then
Yeah.
like, and but I acknowledge he's not putting as good, as good of a songs as he did before. But I do acknowledge that, you know what I mean? Like, there is some songs till today that I thought, oh, this is still good. Like, this is still good Eminem, from what, and I can admit to that. And the fact that you admitted to that, sort of, but maybe a bit more higher level, that's all. Like, it's an insight to the other realm of hip hop that I'm not, or hip hop, or like internet culture that I'm not too familiar with or whatnot.
Let's go
I
to the
kind of want
actual
to talk.
songs.
Oh, pardon, what is it?
Let's go to the actual songs, yo.
Yeah, yeah, let's go, let's go. Let's go to your least favorite. Let's start negative for
Okay,
this.
my least favorite.
Yeah,
It is 100% wake up call.
which
100%.
ones? You didn't like Wake Up Call.
I did
Why?
not like Wake Up Call. Well,
Is
yeah,
it because of Trippy Red? Is it
no,
because of
it was
Trippy Red?
KSI's verse. KSI's verse, like it was lazy, it was sloppy, it was
Okay,
it was
yeah.
reading. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I my notes right here is literally it seems like he was like struggling to pick a flow or rather just like to keep up with something. Like you said, he was reading something instead of like,
Yeah, it was
yes, I'm going to
sloppy.
rap.
It was really
Yeah, yeah.
sloppy. And then like the lines, it was really corny as well in the Wake Up Call. Trippy,
Well,
my revenue, kangaroos hurtling or something like that. And I'm just like,
yeah,
what?
yeah, no, no, yeah.
What is
I have one
this?
line here. I have one line here. It's called "I jump hurdles like kangaroos." Like,
Yeah.
that immediately caught my ears even before I opened Genius or anything like
Oh,
that.
now that we talk about certain lyrics, there were two instances where a lyric legit pissed me off.
Okay, which
So
one are those?
in Poppin, KSI pronounced devil as devil to rhyme it with another word.
Wait, what did he rhyme it with? Do you remember?
Oh, okay, let's search it up. I can't remember. Or did I misheard it? Wait, fuck. I heard it as devil. uh, uh,
Now we can't. If you can't find it, let's just move on from it.
oh no, he said deagle. I don't know what deagle is. Okay, moving on. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Let's just
I
move.
thought it
Let's.
was evil.
After looking, we can admit that that he can admit that it was wrong. What was the other line that you said that was that kind of bothered you?
Um, other than wake up call and that,
No,
I think it was in Killa Killa. Give me a second. I think he said something very oh, back it up like Chewbacca.
I don't get that. Like, back it up. Why?
Oh no, it's like intercourse. She backs it up. Orgasm.
Oh
Chewbacca.
shit! Why didn't I know that? Why didn't I fucking know that? Yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, oh yeah, that did bothered me. That did
I
bother
was
me.
like,
Yeah, because I don't want to imagine that like that imagery in my head, just like oh, what the hell? It's
yeah,
disgusting.
that was disturbing as hell on my part.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So on Wake Up Call, here's the
Mhm,
thing. Yes, KSI sounds like he was struggling
mhm, mhm.
severely,
Absolutely,
severely with
I ain't
his
gonna deny
flow.
it.
But but there was a part of the his first verse where he kind of picked up for a bit. Like he kind of picked the flow, but then he was just like,
Nah,
you know what? I'm just gonna read again. I'm just gonna
I'm a
read again.
I'm a head out.
Yeah.
Rapping skills. I'm a head out.
But the thing is with Wake Up Call, I didn't mind Trippy Red.
Oh no, I didn't mind
On
at all.
the
I find the hook
yeah.
kind of catchy, to be honest. To be quite frank.
Here's the thing with Trippy Red. Like I don't like him. His voice can be very annoying. But for some reason I didn't mind him here, and the beat, it's like the beat is like happy and like sort of like just this airy kind of heavy bass, thick beat with a lot of atmosphere, like just like sunshine-ish atmosphere. And I think Trippy Red just fits it. And yeah, to your point, it was catchy and it immediately hooked me in. But then just KSI himself,
Yeah,
he ruined
it was really
that.
bad. Like the
Right.
song itself, I can still listen to because like Trippy saved it. I just gotta say, like that song
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Do you like when you wake up, like you do push-ups and then KSI was just like, yep, I'm gonna skip that one.
yeah.
Yeah, I can sacrifice my sets just for this part.
Yeah, it was.
So my least favorite is actually, hang on, there was this one
What is it?
song that his auto-tune was just like,
Oh, is it Millions? Is it the last bit?
no, Bad Little Vibe with
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
yes, his it was Bad Little Vibe. Actually, I have two: Bad Little Vibe and How It Feels about his girlfriend, or allegedly about his girlfriend.
Mhm, mhm.
Like, it just he wanted to try something. He did auto tune before. Like I can tell he did auto tune before, but I think he wanted to take it a step further
Mhm.
into that sort of like very heavy clout rapper whatnots. But yeah, it didn't work for me. Like it sounded so like awkward and like it almost reached to the point like okay when how no when Bad Little Vibe came in and he did that high screeching like yo,
Hmm.
whatever it was, my face scrunched
Oh,
so
for
hard. I
real?
was like, what the heck is this? It was so terrible. And I was like, ugh. And then there's like that 2020 line, like something about stop living, like uh, I'm in the future. I got 2020 vision. Like there's so many 2020 line right now is just annoying at at this point in time. Like there was a 2020 line, and of course there's a Corona line. Um,
Yeah. Corona line.
yeah, but yeah, I think that's my least. Those two are my least favorite. Other than that, I mean, most of like I don't have anything like, oh yeah, I gotta listen to this, or
Mm,
like it didn't annoy me, that's for sure, I think.
yeah. Now
But
since we're talking about lyrics, there was one lyric that a lot of fans seem to like, uh,
which one was it?
which was in KSI Killa Killa.
Yeah.
He said, allow me, wait. Uh, okay, wait. Money made. Now I can choose the weather on any day, as in Money Mayweather. I
Oh,
don't.
I didn't get that. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get
A
that.
lot of people seem to like it, but it was just like
Well,
one lyric. But like it was pretty cool, I guess.
when you put it that way, I thought that was a pretty nice, clever. I thought that was a nice wordplay. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
was the most like everyone was on it. That was like in
Oh,
KSI's Reddit.
really?
It was all about that. It was like, yo, a
Oh,
bar.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
a bar. Yeah, well, when you put it that way, that's funny. Like the thing is, I knew that, like when he does those like FIFA raps and whatnot, because he
ooh,
did a bit of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he has like structure and like punchline structures and stuff. So I was hoping he would get that. I was get some of that, but all I got was just like braggadocio and just like flaunting wealth and
yeah.
sex and whatnot. Um, yeah, it was. Yeah, I was kind of hoping a bit more production. I think production wise, it is very trendy. It is very like it's very polished. It's like
Yeah.
it's very on the now sort of like uh, rap production and whatnot.
Yeah, and some
But yeah,
beats like I really enjoyed. Like person
well,
as in like as a hype instrumental. It was pretty
right.
nice.
What was your favorite beat? Like, what
Uh
was some of your favorite beats that you just said?
I think it was Domain and Undefeated. But I feel like Domain was it was just that song in particular, it was just so hype. Like that was the type of song that I expected the whole album to be quite frank. Just like
Ah, I see.
in
I
your
see.
face, like you say braggadocio, but like it is like this is my shit, you know. No one touches my
Yeah, yeah,
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was expecting the whole album to be quite frank. Just like in your face.
Speaking, yeah, I totally see that, especially from KSI, which is like
Yeah,
he's been known to do that. You know what I mean? He is cocky, but I wouldn't think me personally, I don't think he's dumb. Like he's
yeah.
pretty smart. Actually, not pretty smart. He's actually really smart in terms of just like how he markets himself. Yeah. Speaking of domain, yeah, the beat was. Here's the thing. Um, I like the fact in domain that he talks about. I've never like really hear this topic talked as much. Maybe it's just my spectrum of rap that I've been listening to.
Hmm.
I like the fact that he says like he always talking about like taking over the world through the internet, and like something so minuscule into something so gargantuan as quote unquote the world, as he
Exactly.
says. I thought that was pretty interesting. It was an interesting point of view in which I don't see as much, and I don't hear as much in rap. Again, I'm not within that sort of environment to be listening to that sort of thing. But there there was one line. They don't want to hear that to pay.
Oh
Like I don't get that.
no, that the one line that completely turned me off. Well, not completely, just kind of bothered me in Domain was "Come fast like Ramadan." I was,
All right, that was
yeah, I was just like, it is a bar. It's kind of overused. It's kind of
it's
boring.
a bad, like it's overused, but it's a bad bar.
Yeah,
Like I was just like, are we really doing this? Yeah, come fast like Ramadan. Yeah, I got
hungry
like
girl.
immediately.
Yeah, hungry girl want to come
Yeah,
along. Come fast like Ramadan. I'm just like, oh.
yeah, that was just a bit. But here's the thing, like speaking of the beat, yes, I do agree. The beat is very anthemic. It's like a stadium rock beat for the
Yeah.
internet. Like in my notes here, I said this sounds like the yeah boy rappers from the internet. Just like to me, this is like that. If that imagery could be like woven into a sort of song, like yeah boy, how you feeling, blah, 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 from like the internet, like
Hmm.
this is the song. Like I could see like all the sidemen just like be there,
Oh
and then
yeah.
like I could see all these internet like like cocky ass dudes or cocky ass girls just like yeah look at me da, 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 da. I could totally see this.
Yeah.
I do think that domain has a purpose.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
like speaking of like domain, there was also another line saying my body looking excelente.
Yeah,
I don't know why that bothered me so much. That bothered me so
yeah, no. If he
Ex-
would have just said excellent, it'd be fine.
yeah, like
It'd be
it
fine.
didn't need to rhyme. It was just
Yeah,
oh
yeah, I agree with that.
excelente.
There's another least favorite. I think I talked to you about this off camera. It was the Lil Pump and Smoke Perp
Uh
song.
okay.
Yeah, because like it was just so bloated and there's no real structure to it. It was just like pre-chorus, chorus, and there's like and it feels like a 8 bar rather than a 16 or a 32 bar. Again, maybe I'm just too used to that.
Hmm.
But it was just like, okay, where is the structure? And the beat is so sparse and there's no like there's no cohesiveness of like the arrangements or any of the layering or whatnot. It was just like, what the heck? And then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and then though I do think that one of the best lines here surprisingly is spoken by Lil Pump where he says
Hey.
order me wonton soup, yeah, why fuck one if I can fuck two. I thought that was funny.
I found Smoke Perp's lyric funny when he said
Which one?
play hose like Nintendo.
Dude, I don't know about you, but that line's been used so many times.
Oh, okay. I personally don't know.
Okay, because I've heard that line so many times before. I'm just like, okay, I get it. Or like play something like Nintendo. Play, yeah, that those kind of like
Yeah.
Nintendo play things.
Speaking of Poppin, just so you know, he kind of like fucking bloated that song up because he made a whole challenge behind it.
Oh,
Where
really? What challenge
yeah,
did he
so
make?
he made anyone he like literally anyone, any stranger, anyone who wants to like
Hmm.
submit a verse using that
Hmm.
beat, and then that
Yep.
person, whoever wins this challenge, like voted by the people, will
Yeah.
be featured in his album, and it
Right.
happened.
Right. He like here's the thing. I didn't listen to the deluxe edition because I know
Oh
he
yeah,
was in the
fair enough,
deluxe edition.
fair enough. Yeah.
I kind of want to keep it like neutral and just stick with the regular edition. But I know you told me that it's in the deluxe edition of
Hmm.
Dissimulation.
Yeah, it was just
Um.
like a pretty cool way for getting the fans involved. I feel like especially in marketing again, that was really smart. Everyone was like YouTube people were just doing it. Lots of people were doing it, and like
Right. Right.
yeah, and then the winner had everyone's support. It was like there was no downside in my opinion whatsoever to that challenge, and it was really
Right.
smart
Right. Again, like that is like internet is his game, and he
for
plays it
sure.
very well. So let's get to your favorite tracks
All right,
here.
so my three favorite tracks, I'll name it as
Yeah.
three, is Domain,
Yeah.
Killa Killa,
Yeah.
and Undefeated.
Right. I did. Okay, so I'm with you with Killa Killa. We'll
Hmm.
get into that in a bit. Um, I can't really say I have anything more than that because I genuinely do like Killa Killa, and I think he fits that. And I thought, again, I'm not gonna go too much on that. Millions was all right. We'll get into that very later.
Yes, sure.
Million was all right. Um, yeah, I was gonna say wake up call, but like right, trip. It's only the trippy feature that I liked. Um,
Yeah, that was yikes.
Here's the thing. I didn't mind undefeated. Yeah, let's go Killa Killa and Millions. I didn't mind undefeated because I do like the references he made for like boxing, soccer,
Mhm.
and I think he made some like
Yeah, he made some
Lamborghini. Well,
FIFA bars, so I was just like, "Ooh, that was pretty neat."
yeah. So it was like, but I think it was just for me. I think the beat sounds a bit forced with the flutes, like trying to add a bit of melodies and like I guess extra melody that needed that to me that didn't really need a melody to sort of elevate, or maybe just like something subtle, more subtle, I guess, in my opinion. Okay, let's go Killa Killa. Yes,
For
I really
sure.
do like that track.
I
I do
actually
like that
really
track.
do. I really do as well. I feel like
Um,
it's not because of his lyricism or whatnot. I mean,
no,
we're talking about KSI,
yeah, right,
but
right, right,
but
right,
like the way he like kind of flows in the song, I guess that's the
right.
term. It was really nice.
Yeah,
Like it felt really
that's the
natural.
term.
It felt really
Yes,
natural.
yes, yes. That your sentiment is exactly in mine. Yes, I thought his rapping was good. I thought his flow was perfect. I think he knows what he wanted. He knows that he wanted to make this like dance hall beat, but not like, oh, that's hurting. I feel like he does want to make this like dance hall beat, but not too much. You know, he said like, you know what, I don't need to do as hard. Let me just rap and ride the beat. And I thought he was fine. And the auto tune that he used was used tastefully,
Mm.
in my opinion. He didn't use it over it. The chorus is all right. I actually yeah. And
I like the
who was
chorus.
featured? Who was featured in this?
Ayana Lee.
Ayan Ali. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit. I think, yeah, with the aspect of forced, I think that's also an aspect of KSI in this album I didn't really like. Like Houdini, like he didn't
Mm.
really, the accent was just like, do you really need to do that kind of accent? You know what I mean?
I
Go
quite
ahead.
enjoyed Houdini. Not particularly because um no, like I enjoyed Houdini because it was something that I can like groove to, like like a workout
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't particularly mind. I found it funny that he used a different accent. I didn't find it disturbing. I was just like, ooh, that's ooh.
I didn't find it disturbing. I thought it was just like, really? Are we
Why-
doing this? It's like Drake copying everything. You know what I mean? Like you could hear like Drake copying everything here and there. And you know what I mean?
that's
But
understandable.
yeah. But like Killa Killa, I think that this was the Houdini that he wanted to make, in my
Fair,
opinion.
fair.
Yeah, I think, and the instrumental, like the dings of like the glockenspiel, was pretty nice. And then like again, the grooves was nice, and I could see this like being pumped in the gym and like even in Zumba class or whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Killa Killa. I really did enjoy Killa Killa. What was your, yeah, you like Domain.
Domain. Oh, I don't know. Domain is just like it's hype. The chorus is catchy as hell. It's like I don't know. Every time he enters the chorus, it felt really smooth. I
Really?
yeah, in my opinion,
Cause to me it felt forced. So
really.
oh no, the Domain. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I like the other, like the verse part, because again, it to me it was just like, yeah, this is like the, yeah, boys
Yeah,
rapping, personified, or like musify or whatever the fuck. But I don't know, man. Like when the chorus hit, I was just like, really? Like this is the best. I mean, I get it, but like it was just like, nah, I didn't do that for me. But like, but it did it to you. Like I'm
oh yeah.
guessing, like,
It was I don't know. It was hype for me. It was really hype for me. I was just like yeah. And then when he I don't know like when the lyric says like fucking vermin, I was like yo. I don't know. It was pretty cool in my
yeah.
opinion.
What do you think about like the topics that he discussed here? I mean, like, I know we're not expecting much, but
Hmm.
I don't know about you, but like I'm not expecting much, but
Yeah.
it did get a bit derivative. Like, I don't know, like I understand if you want to talk about wealth, it is braggadocio, it is hip hop, but it's just that like there's some point in time like you kind of have to brag better a little bit. You know what I mean?
In this song in particular or in the album?
And just an album in general.
Um. Yeah.
I'm not expecting much.
Yeah. For sure.
But
For sure.
like even with the sentimental tracks, like I know that hang on one second. How It Feels was about his girlfriend, and then Millions, which again we'll get into in a minute here. Um uh is, something off, like, yeah, look at me, I'm famous. Look at me, like, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
braggadocio and whatnot. But I don't know, I was kind of hoping some sort of variety, or at
Yeah.
least brag better.
I feel like he brags a lot in this album, which is fair. But
Yeah, I
what I
get that.
oh
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that.
But like what you said about Domain, what was really interesting, he was bragging about how he transferred from the World Wide Web to he's well
Yes.
yeah, that was a really interesting well not yeah, it was a very I found it very interesting concept of him, like what you said, of
Right.
him transferring, and like Houdini was just like bragging about girls, and then um, what's it like uh like most songs is mostly about bragging about other things. It was like very
Yeah.
objective, like
Right.
objectifying, like I don't know, girl, an object, ooh, necklaces or whatnot like that, which is all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Domain, it was like
Well,
his come up
I
with,
think all right is not the right word. It's just that it's hip hop. Like
yeah,
you could kind of expect that.
yeah, it's fair
You
enough.
know,
But
state
yeah,
that it's a
I completely understand what you mean. Like it's still braggadocio, but it wasn't because like he has a lot to bring up. Like you can't deny that he has.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Now that you mention it, it is kind of sad that he was focusing more on like the girls and the chains when he could have brought up the fact that he's a YouTuber doing boxing more stuff like that. He does
Yeah,
reference
I
it
thought
in
that
like
was no. I thought that would have been cool in my
yeah
opinion.
he does have so much material on
Like
like what he can be braggadocio about other than like wealth. So yeah, now that you
yeah,
mention it, that is true. I
I
will
was
have to
hoping
agree.
like if he loves this, like I know the rap battles, the rap battle bullshit with the sidemen is just again bullshit. Um, I was hoping that he would make a really meme. Sorry, I remember that he said he's not like a meme dude anymore per se, but I think I was hoping that he would like be a bit more show a bit more camaraderie in a track to his sidemen, like brag about them. Like I would be interested to hear that, to be
Oh
honest with you.
yeah, that's also true. That's also true.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, like they can't rap, but it'll be a very amusing track in my opinion. It'd be interesting just to get them like all together and just brag about them, like brag about their friendship or brag about like their wealth or their success, but like together. I thought that to me would get the fans what they want
Oh,
and
you mean
get
like all the sidemen on a track? That's what you mean?
all the sidemen on the track or KSI talking about the sidemen.
Yeah,
Either or, I'm
I
fine.
think I go for the latter, for
Right,
sure.
right, right, right.
Yeah,
Cool,
but
cool, cool,
like
cool.
I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean.
All right, let's get to the juicy part of this album. Let's talk about Millions.
I
Um,
I'm just gonna say it right now. I
yeah.
didn't like it quite as much as I wanted to.
Why so? Oh crap.
One, the chorus, even if I don't know if you can even call it that, was off-putting for me.
Right,
It was
right,
like
right.
I don't know. It was very off-putting, and like I understand what he's trying to do on this track, which is really nice. Like he's trying to be sentimental. He's trying to be like, "Hey, I'm anxious," especially what happened. Like in the first verse, he was talking about obviously his little brother. In
Yeah, Deji. If for
yeah
the people who don't know, it's Deji.
yeah. And since I followed that beef, like I was like really I was like dang, but like I don't know the things that he mentioned during I feel like it's his privacy, of course, but like
Right.
this song, I know he's trying to
Yeah.
be sentimental, but he's not bringing anything up. It's just like very vague, like, oh, you broke me. Oh, you left me with my
Well,
pieces.
right. Well, I think I don't know. Like he's not in that era. That he's. I don't think he's in that phase where he's gonna call
Yeah,
out like
that's
names and
fair.
whatnot. Like again, this is I know this is beyond your knowledge and whatnot, but like Royce the 5'9" when he had like I don't know if the beef. I'm pretty sure the beef is still going on, but like Royce the 5'9" when the beef with Yellow Wolf started, he literally called out Yellow Wolf, you blah 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 blah. I don't expect KSI to do that, but with him saying those things, you you could kind of tell in a sense. I guess in hip hop there is like subliminal messages.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it took me. I know this sounds so embarrassing, but like it took me a while for like push to understand. Oh, Infrared was about Drake, the Pusha T track.
Hmm.
It wasn't until like someone brought it up. Yeah, I know it sounds really stupid because it was like a well known thing, but like at first I was just like, who's oh he's spin he's spazzing, but then oh it's about Drake. I know that sounds like so embarrassing, but like I'm just gonna put it out there.
No, it's
I
just
don't
like
know.
the beef. It had so much things going on. You feel me?
Right?
And like he's
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about red messages. He's talking about um the brother just turning him against his blood, which is his probably his parents. I don't know. There was just so much like since I followed the beef, there was so much stuff detail in it, during that beef, and he just brought up like such surface level, um, commentary on that, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at like the structure right now because there's only two verses. One about his family, which, yes, to our complaint, wasn't really like what's it called, addressed
Yeah.
very well in no sense, because he just said like oh, what was it like, I hate it every fucking second, hit every mention, searching and
Mm,
screaming for all the, yeah, it's just like,
yeah. It's
I understand. I hope like in the end, I here's the thing, you could tell that KSI still wants to be friends with his brother. Like,
oh
I
yeah,
hope you
for
hear this and
sure.
hate it. Wait, you said I hope you hear this and
Yeah.
hate it. So, ah, oh, he wants them to. Okay, he was pulling. I guess he's putting the blame game on him, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, but
please.
I feel like there. I mean, like this is not about the album, but like I feel like there are right now. There were like instances after the album where like they were streaming and whatnot, but like that's not the case right now.
Right. Um, yeah. I'm surprised. The other thing I was surprised about in this album, that KSI addressed his girlfriend. Apparently,
Hmm.
he has a girlfriend. I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
Um,
he hides his girlfriend, which is like that's pretty cool.
I
And
mean,
yeah,
understandable.
that's why, since it's very vague and very mysterious, I didn't mind the second verse as much because it's just like, oh, you're you're you give me confidence, you're the diamond in the rough, but like I don't know anything about her girlfriend, so I'm just like, that's
Right,
fair.
right, right. With Deji, there's so much more. Again, yeah,
Exactly.
when you put it that way, yeah. Especially when you want to address something a bit heavy, especially about your family's debacle, in which the buzz and just like the conversation it generated, on that aspect is just like gargantuan. You would expect them to you would expect him to address in like three verses for one song. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, when you said that, like, yeah, Abara, like we have this KSI has this one verse. Oh, my neck. He has this one verse where he's talking about Deji. He's like, oh, cool, let me hear it. And when I heard it, it's like, oh, it's this one. I
Mm.
didn't get that. I didn't get. He did switch up the atmosphere, the I guess the emotional tone to like, oh, are we praising someone now? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm, mm.
yeah, it was a bit weird, but yeah,
What was your
Millions
thoughts
was.
on that track in general, like overall?
I thought it was all right. Again, I like the. It was a nice break in like a very monotonous sort of filled album with like barely any substance or whatnot. Again, it's braggadocio, I understand, but like I was, it was a nice like break. Like, this was like a breathing room for me. This and the Killa Killa, even though again it's a party track again, but like I think this one and Killa and what's the track with the girlfriend again? I need to pull up my notes again. How It Feels. Yeah, but again, the autotune's just too much.
What do
Yeah.
you think is the most, let's say the most, because like from this, I feel like we should talk about one of the most, streamed one, which is Cap, obviously, with
Oh yeah,
Mr.
yeah. I forgot
Offset,
about Cap.
with
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Offset.
Offset. Yeah, Offset was the best part of that
I ain't gonna
track.
lie, that is facts. I personally do not like the beat. Personally,
Really.
I did not. It was just, I don't know. It was just not. I can't even explain it. I just didn't like it.
Right. Do you know? Well, rumor has it, this was a verse that Offset made for like a Smoke Perp song or something like of the sort.
Lol.
Wait. Let me pull it up. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna hang on. I'm not gonna cut this. Hold on, 1 second.
Wait, for
Okay.
real? Oh, I felt so happy for KSI until you told me that.
Well, hang on. Wait up. Okay. And he has more word. Oh no, he's just like doing a lot of internal line scheme. Again, it's not confirmed, but it says this exact verse from Genius. I don't know how much you want to rely on Genius. This exact verse right here has been heard from an unreleased Smoke Perp song called Gang. And Genius annotation said, I'm not sure if Smoke Perp sent this record to KSI and if KSI used it on his own album, but we just have to wait for answers.
Oh, damn. I thought Offset sent him something personal. But some people deduce that the audio that Offset sent was kind of iffy. That's why I don't know. There was some weird sounds in the audio. I personally didn't catch it, but
I didn't. Neither did
and
I. Neither
and
did
I
I.
didn't mind. I didn't mind if he just like sent like I don't know bad like background audio, but like if he actually just sent another verse, oh, I kind of felt
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. That was a bit of a yeah.
Ew.
But Offset was the best part. Again, I think
Yeah.
is because Migos now, arguably now, Migos in general just knows their pocket, and I think when the beat, like when they put a, when you put him on put them on a certain type of beat, they're like, okay, I know what flows to put in, and Offset just does that flawlessly. I don't like, again, like all of this trendy, out of this like trendy trap rap or whatever. I don't mind Amigos song now and then.
Oh, really?
Um,
Interesting.
yeah, I don't. I like Culture, the first their 2017 album.
I didn't listen. I
You know,
like I listened to like the meme songs, like
Bad and Bougie.
no, oh yeah, of course,
Yeah,
Holy Grail,
of course.
but like their most recent one, Taco Tuesday.
Here's the thing: people were too hard on Taco Tuesday, in my
Hey,
opinion.
I
It was just
liked it. I liked it. It was catchy.
some people
LeBron was
don't like
promoting
it.
it. LeBron
Oh,
was
really? I
promoting.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't
So
know
I was
that.
just like, hey.
Sorry, folks, for the slight Migos detour. Going back to KSI.
Mm.
Yeah, in general, I was all right with this project. Actually, I didn't like this project. It could have like, am I annoyed by that? By this? Not really. Aside from the auto tune that I just mentioned on tracks, bad little vibe and how it feels. Again, the ad libs that he does. Oh my gosh, he's trying too hard. He's just trying too hard, in my opinion.
I'd have to agree with you with the ad libs, like the skirt.
He doesn't do that. Like he can't. Like in my opinion, he didn't pull it off. I understand what he's trying to do, and he is in that pocket of like rappers who could potentially do that, or
Well,
like who could do that.
but I did like the ad libs in Undefeated and Killa Killa. I don't know,
Oh
like
really?
it hyped me up, like hey, and I don't know,
Well,
it was
Killa
just
Killa again. Killa is literally like the needle in the needle in the rough, the diamond in the rough.
oh yeah, but like the Undefeated, like his ad libs of like a was I don't know, it
Yeah,
was hype.
that was alright.
It was hype for me. Oh no,
The,
like
the, the,
literally
the,
the first bar of Undefeated hyped me up.
what was the first bar? Okay,
Um, well, if I read it out, it's not really quite interesting, but
in the context, huh?
drop
Undefeated.
drop top. I'm speeding it. A. It literally is nothing in terms of substance, but it
But when you first heard
hyped me
it,
up.
right. I got you. All right. That is there any other things you wanted to add? Maybe? Because like,
uh, the album's a hype album. You listen to it while you work out, not listen to it for the music. It's a good
right.
background music
It's a good background music. All
for
right.
sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think to add on is just that, like, again, it to me this is like the internet's like rapper album. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I'm not a big fan of it. Am I expecting much? Not really. I mean, it is like a KSI album, KSI song, but a project. Sorry, a KSI project with a with like KSI songs. Again, I'm not too expecting too much. I did expect some lines, bad lines here and there, and we did got like the
Yeah,
2020 lines,
it's fair.
that kangaroo line really just like hurt me.
For me, it's Chewbacca, man. Okay, one of my last questions for you is:
What's up?
does this album, like, do you see this album as a YouTube rapper album or as a mainstream artist album?
To be honest, I see this as a mainstream artist album.
Yeah, me too. Like, I
I
feel like
mean,
with this album, he did what he did, and he kind of broke it off because as in his previous albums, it really kind of did sound like he was trying to be like YouTube friendly, I guess.
well,
And
the thing is, yes, like I mentioned before, the production here sounds more pristine. The
mhm,
production here sounds more cleaner. It sounds professional rather than like mixing in your own bedroom. Well,
yeah.
which, funny enough,
Oh no.
some of my favorite
But
albums, like, have all sort of like had that sort of rough and rugged quality. But what I mean is like, you could tell that he was just like, yeah, let's put out an album that the mass could like.
Yeah.
To add on to that, he had like big budget features. So there's no way in my head that says like, yeah, this is a YouTube rapper album. This is a trendy professional rap album. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I feel
A
like that
trendy.
should have been his goal. And if it was, he achieved it. Like
I'd agree. I'd agree
yeah.
with that. But like,
Yeah.
there's a sense, but it is. But I think with me is just that the trendy aspect that I'm not too fond of. When you speaking of YouTube rappers, yeah, like there's a rapper. Do you know Watsky by any chance?
Watsky, maybe. Give me a second.
Like to me, even though he's been putting out like mainstream albums or like just like studio albums or whatnot, it's still, to me, at least it sounds like a internet rap album until today. No disrespect to Watsky, I do think he has skills, but to me, this one is just like, I know my market, my mass market, I know my fan base. Let's engage with them, and hopefully that will get to the mass market. And they did. It did. Again, at least from my view, a lot of like this album is crossing boundaries from just internet to like actual music industry, because he's doing concerts, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, yeah.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID.
Before Mr. Rona.
Yeah, Mr. Rona. Before Mr. Rona. Yeah. So again, not a fan of this. I don't like it. I wasn't annoyed by that. You liked it. You liked it fine. And that's all that is to it. I guess there's nothing really much to say about this album. It's a harmless album. I'm not.
Yeah, it is a harmless album. Exactly. I feel like that's the perfect word for it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just I know there's gonna be some people who's like, oh, you should make an album and whatnot. Like, to me, as much as I don't like KSI now, by all means make an album, KSI, because like I'm curious I'm really curious on what he's gonna go with this music thing, because he does
For
like
sure.
music. Yeah.
Oh, one more thing about Dissimulation. I do not like the cover art.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. As a dude who likes cover arts, like, yeah,
I was very disappointed in the cover art. Very. He looked like he's high. He looks like it's a resting bitch face. It's just like, I don't know.
I just didn't know what to make of it. What to make of it.
Yeah, it says nothing.
Well, what was the purpose of the title Dissimulation? Do you know?
I actually have no idea.
Okay, let's Google it real quick.
What does dissimulation even mean?
Concealment of one's thoughts, feelings, or character.
But it's all about bragging. That's not true.
I think that's like the artistic merit. Just like, yeah, I've been concealing so much. Now I'm dissimulating so much. Now I'm like, boom. Anyways, which again, that sounds very, very internet.
Fair play. Simulation.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That is our thoughts on the KSI Dissimulation review. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to follow my Instagram account at What the Robot Thinks for more content. You got anything to plug, my brother? My literal brother.
Yeah, I am literally 90 Degrees the remix. Yeah, I mean, I guess follow my Instagram, Saka Dio, SAKADYO. But that's it, really. Yeah. I don't have anything to plug. I don't have anything in my life.
Just make sure you get the word out, I guess. That's a demand. That's a
demand,
motherfucker. That's
Supply the demand.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys maybe next time for another collabo review.
Ooh.
We don't know.
Sequel? Question mark.
Sequel? The Adiarto sequel? We should call this segment like the shenanigans. Like Shenana Bros.
Shenana Bro. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.